Welcome to another Splatoon 2 news roundup video on the channel. What we'll be doing in this video is rounding up all of the latest Splatoon 2 news. This video will be dominated by Octo expansion details, so we'll get into that in a minute. I'd just like to thank everybody for the support on the channel, just because the channel recently hit 13,000 subscribers. So I'd just like to thank everybody who has hit that subscribe button and has left positive feedback on the videos in the comment section of the videos, left likes as well. I really do appreciate you guys spending time out of your day. I really do appreciate it. I absolutely love making these videos, and the fact that you guys are enjoying them as well, it means a lot, it really does. So I'd just like to thank you all for the support on the channel, and yeah, there's just going to be plenty more Splatoon 2 Octo expansion as well, of course, but there's going to be loads of Splatoon 2 videos on the channel. So let's just get into this video, and I'm going to start off with a warning, and that warning is, unfortunately, the 3.0 update, like sort of patch notes, or it's not really patch notes, but the files for the 3.0 update has been made public, and unfortunately there is some Octo expansion stuff in there, and that stuff is major spoilers. Now, I will not be covering that on the channel just because I want to experience the Octo expansion for myself, and I don't feel like you guys want the DLC to be spoiled, just because, of course, we are spending $20, £20, because we want to experience it for ourselves. I don't think anybody wants to learn about the Octo expansion in terms of the main plot before we do get the DLC when it does come out in the summer. So I will not be covering the Octo expansion leaks that are currently knocking about. I think it is just from one person, but I would really appreciate if you guys didn't send me any of that stuff on Twitter. If you do, then put it simply, I will block you on Twitter, I will block you on YouTube, and I will delete you from my Switch friend list if I have you added, just because I don't want to hear about any of this stuff. I want to experience the DLC for myself, and I feel like a large majority of you guys will feel the same way. Well, that's what I'm banking on anyway. So I will not be covering major spoiler Octo expansion leaks. I will not be covering that sort of stuff on the channel. It's just not what I'm going to do, and I would appreciate if you guys didn't talk about that stuff in the comment section. What I have done is, behind the scenes, you can put certain words to sort of filter out, and those words, if somebody puts those words in a comment, they will not appear in the comment section. So what I have done is try to put some of the words in the comments, like sort of filter system, and hopefully that will mean that if you guys do read the comments of my videos, and if I read the comments as well, then I'm hoping that I will not get spoiled in terms of what will be coming in the Octo expansion. But anyway, the main point of this first topic is basically a warning, just to beware what you click on, be wary of reading stuff on Twitter pretty much, and reading stuff in the comment section. There is going to be one person that will try and spoil it for everybody else, and I'm hoping that basically it will not appear in the comment section of my videos. But just a warning, just be wary of spoilers. I always hate it on YouTube, for example, when a game comes out and then you got some idiot who posts the final boss for that game, and they put the flipping final boss in the flipping thumbnail. It happened to me with actually Splatoon 2. Somebody posted the final boss, put the final boss in the flipping thumbnail. Had that happen about 4 or 5 times when the flipping game wasn't even out. I had the game a day earlier, and because I clicked on Splatoon 2 videos, unfortunately YouTube recommended me the final boss, and this person uploaded the final boss, put who the final boss was in the flipping thumbnail. So I will not do that when I get the Octo expansion, just because I doubt I will get that far anyway. But just beware on YouTube, especially when we do come closer to when the Octo expansion does come out, in terms of spoilers. And of course be wary, because there is these leaks knocking about. So just be clear, I will not be covering those leaks on the channel. So this channel will be a leak free zone. So if you don't want to click on Twitter, then this channel will be your perfect source to keep up to date with Octo expansion details, because I will not be covering any spoiler content just because I don't want to be spoiled myself. But anyway, this has gone on for long enough. Let's get into the rest of this video. I'd just like to thank Jack Normal, who is SS Beyonce within Splatoon 2, and I do believe you are a solid gamer on YouTube. I could be wrong on that, but Jack Normal has pointed me to a really cool nod to the Octo expansion which we got with the 3.0 update, which of course added over 100 pieces of gear to the game, and one of the pieces of gear is a cool nod to the Octo expansion. Pretty much there is an Octo t-shirt which comes with the Haunt gear ability, and the price of this Octo t-shirt is 8,888. That is a pretty cool nod to the Octo expansion. I do believe there might be a helmet. I'm not sure if it is the same Octo tackle helmet that I did cover last week in another news roundup, but apparently there is an Octo helmet and that has the same price as well. So they are pretty cool nods to the Octo expansion. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool how there is an Easter egg within the 3.0 update, as well as the Callie and Marie dialogue that I did cover last week. There is a pretty cool nod within the gear as well. So yeah, I absolutely love when Nintendo adds nods to the Octo expansion and of course does Easter eggs as well. I absolutely love that sort of stuff, which is why I do cover it on the channel. Now we finally have some translations on what the Splatoon Japanese Twitter account tweeted out around about a month ago now. I did cover this stuff when this stuff came out, so this was pretty much at the end of March, but we got translations for the concept art, which we'll go into in a few minutes time. But the first thing that I will be covering in this video is that we got a translation of the screenshot that shows that you can tackle levels with multiple weapons. So this is what the tweet alongside this screenshot, which came from Nintendo UK and Nintendo Europe, had to say. Each station in Splatoon 2 Octo expansion has a turnstile connected to a test facility. By using CQ points, you can take on new missions and earn new rewards based on the weapons you use. Now this isn't exactly a new detail, just because we learned about this detail when the Japanese tweet did post this screenshot originally at the start of April, at the end of March, around about that time. And we did get that detail through Microsoft Bing and Google Translate, so that isn't a new detail. The screenshot shows off that you can take on a mission through a Splatshot Pro, a sloshing machine, or the classic Squiffer, and they all come with different sub-weapons. So the Splatshot Pro and the classic Squiffer, if you do choose them, they will come with the Burst Bomb sub-weapon, but if you do go with the sloshing machine, then you will get the Splat Bomb sub-weapon. So this isn't a new detail that you can tackle on missions with different weapons. That will definitely add replayability value to it, and that is probably what was shown off in the gameplay clip that we did get early on in the week that I did upload onto the channel. I will leave a link to that video in the top right. But that gameplay clip did show off Agent 8 using, I do believe it might have been a classic Squiffer, but they were definitely using a charger if it wasn't a classic Squiffer. So maybe Agent 8, they've already completed the level by using something like the Splatshot Pro or the sloshing machine, and now they are going through that mission with the more difficult weapon, and the more difficult weapon that you do complete the mission with, I'm guessing you will get a more valuable reward compared to if you do complete a level through using an easier weapon. Now I'm not sure if the reward is in the top right in the red, or if that is what you have at the moment. I'm not sure if that could be the reward or not, but the reason why I am covering this on the channel is that it does reveal a new mission that we didn't learn about before. Now this mission is titled 2 Hearts Beat at the 8 Ball. Carry the 8 Ball, so your job is to carry the 8 Ball. I'm guessing it is pool related just because that is just what I associate the 8 Ball from. That or billiards, which I do believe is the same thing, but I think this level could be pool themed or snooker themed. That's just what I'm guessing from the name of this mission. But your job for this mission is to carry the 8 Ball to the goal, and if you complete it with the Splattershot Pro, you will get 700 CQ points, which then can be used to take on new missions. Or if you do complete the level with the sloshing machine, you will get 800 CQ points. Or you will get 900 CQ points if you do complete the level with the classic Squiffer. So that gives an extra reason to replay those levels, and what I will be doing before I do move on to the next level is try and complete the level with all 3 options. That is what I will be doing with the Octo expansion. Like what I mentioned when I originally covered this detail on the channel back in late March, early April, I'm really glad that Nintendo added in this replayability value to the Octo expansion. It just gives you an added reason to keep playing the Octo expansion. So yeah, I'm glad that Nintendo did add in this feature to the Octo expansion. And in terms of the translation we got from the concept art, the hero of Splatoon 2 Octo expansion is an Octarian youth. Octarians seem to have a more serious character compared to the carefree Inklings. Now that isn't anything really different to what I covered earlier on, but I just thought I would include it within this Splatoon 2 news roundup. We also finally got a translation on the description of the big isopod character that can be seen in the trailer. The Splatoon Japanese Twitter account did tweet out a description around about a few weeks ago now, but today Nintendo of UK and Nintendo of Europe has finally posted a translation of this description from the Splatoon Japanese Twitter account, and now we have a full proper name for this isopod character. Before we knew him as Mr. Gusoku, but now he will be called Iso Padre. So here is the official translation on Iso Padre. This is Iso Padre from Splatoon 2 Octo expansion. Don't let his hardy exterior put you off. He is actually a total gentleman. He seems to have his heart set on something in the underground test facility. Yeah, I'm liking the sound of this character. It does seem like this character will be collecting the memories that we did learn about last month, just because in another screenshot it does look like Iso Padre has a load of memories in a suitcase. So yeah, it's cool that we finally got a proper translation on the description of Iso Padre, and it's cool that we finally got a name for him now in the English version of the game. So it's cool that now Nintendo UK and Nintendo Europe are now finally posting translations of the Japanese tweets that we got from the Splatoon Japanese Twitter account around about a month ago now. So it's cool that we are finally getting translated tweets. Now the 3.0 update has made some changes to the S Plus rank within the ranked mode. Now of course, when you do hit S Plus 10, you will now go into rank X, but now an S Plus bar break will now decrease your rank by 1 point instead of 5 points, which happened before the 3.0 update did drop. So previously, if your bar did break from S Plus 4, you would go back to A Plus, but now with the 3.0 update, you would go from S Plus 4 back down to S Plus 3. So that is a more forgiving ranking system. I'm really glad that Nintendo did implement that with the 3.0 update. And the last thing that I will be covering in this Splatoon 2 news roundup video is that we got some Splatfest art for the Raphael versus Leonardo Splatfest, and it looks really cool. I think this is my favourite Splatfest art we have got so far. I think this is definitely my favourite. I can't wait to see what they will be doing through the other Splatfest we will be getting this month. So that is it for this Splatoon 2 news roundup video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Hopefully the people outside my house are enjoying this video as well, because I can hear them talking outside my house. So hopefully they can't hear me actually making this video, but if they can, hopefully you guys can hear this video. Hopefully you will check out my channel. I'm pimping out my channel to random flipping people here. But anyway, let's just end this video now. Hopefully they won't ring the flipping doorbell. But anyway, I'm just going to round up this video by saying, just like to thank you all for clicking onto this video. There is going to be more Splatoon 2 videos coming up soon on the channel. And of course, when we do get anything new in terms of the Octo expansion, then of course I will cover it on the channel. Just because when I do make the videos covering the Octo expansion, it definitely does make me more hyped for the DLC. So of course, my usual content will carry on moving forward. So that is it for this video, and I will see you next time.